Open up in Toolpath. Yeah.
Open up
Okay.
in Toolpath.
Yeah.
It's a funny thing. I think it's because it doesn't want to talk to the server, I don't think. So I've got to pull my file out of whatever file it is on the server. I've got to pull it out and put it on the desktop to be able to get this thing to be able to read it.
Okay.
Now, that, as I explained the other day, that blue means it's all going to cut on the outside of that line.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't want to cut this hole on the outside line. I'm going to end up with a really big hole.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll go up to this analyze and see direction errors. It's got 88 direction errors. Push the direction errors and then that should all become 0.
Okay.
And then they come in red.
Right.
And that means it's going to cut on the inside of that circle now.
Okay.
Layout. You can give it an offset, 20 by 20. Okay. Which is going to move that up 20 mils. 20 mils from your home position here.
Okay.
Now we need to set, go through groups and select what we want to do what. So we go move to group.
Yeah.
I'll just select all of these for the time being, and I will to group. I'm going to select red just because I like to do the holes in red. And then move to group again. You got to select all the other ones that you want to move to another group.
Yeah.
If you have trouble, there's a multicam number in there too that you can ring.
Okay.
It's a lot easier.
I'll edit the video and cut this part out.
Doesn't work very intuitive, this program. There's lots of things I do to change this program. Now we're going to move that to another group, blue.
Yep.
So now that's blue. Now we need to go to, if I wanted that to just be a screw hole,
Yeah.
I'll go to special, drill pattern,
Yeah.
center, and then I can pick my group that I want to be a drill pattern.
Perfect.
But I don't want to do that because I want it to actually be a certain size.
Yeah, you don't have a drill bit. Yeah, absolutely.
So, once I've done that, we go to edit.
Yep.
And we go sequence.
Yep.
By group. Now we want the red to go first because that's on the inside shape.
Yep.
And the blue's the last one we want to cut, so we sequence which way it goes.
Okay.
And you can do that by cheating, or you can go and you can pick every single shape and it will do it by that shape.
Yeah, okay.
They might even ask you with this route file, if it starts going everywhere, they might even want you to do that, so you go back in to edit and just click on every shape so that it starts doing every shape. Once we've done that, we go back to output, name the name. The name should be the name if you've named it that name already. If not, you edit the name.
Okay.
Now you give it the compensation. It should be, I'm going to use the cutter free, which should be a 4 mil, but at the moment it's a 5 mil.
Okay.
Because they haven't ordered me any 4 mils.
Sorry, you guys alright?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah?
But with plastic it doesn't really matter, it's only going to be out by half a mil, so.
Yep.
So I'll put a king of 2.5 in there because I'm going to use a 5 mil cutter.
Okay.
Through, it's 3 mil we're cutting, so, but
3.5?
it's not that, it says, they say that you can do, 3.5 or 3.25, but because of the rubbers and you might have a bit of a thing, I like to go about 5 mil just to make sure that it's going through.
Right, okay, but you're cutting on a slave board anyway, aren't you?
Yeah,
yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
And then we select what cutter we want. We're going to go to 4mm cutter.
Yep.
Select. Speed. A good rule of thumb is for every millimetre of cutter you got, you can
Yep.
do that much RPM. But I
Okay.
like to just take it down a bit, just get longer tool life.
Okay.
Parts don't move as much, so I'm going to do it on 3000.
Okay.
So just take.
So like say, what 1 mil you do it on. So 1 mil, how fast would you do it?
1mm you probably do it a bit slower because it's not going to suck it down as hard. Too.
Okay. Okay. I thought the thicker the material, the slower you go. Yeah.
Slower, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
normally the rule, 1mm it can be very tricky. You said your bed has a very high suction. This
It does,
doesn't
yeah.
have a very
Yeah.
good suction.
Okay.
You're probably not going to have to touch this, but this cutting through 10mm acrylic, I'll run at 1000, and I'll do the plunge speed at 700.
Okay. Yeah.
It is a bit of playing around this thing,
Yeah.
getting the right speed.
Okay. I'm sure there's a book there on the web, or a bloody guide on the web that gives you plunge speeds and everything for each material. Yeah.
Where'd my chart go?
That's a matter of just having a search anyway, Google.
And that's it. You can put a tab on there.
Yeah.
You can go to the select what tab width you want,
Okay.
but we don't want none. And then how many you want, and that will go in, come around, come out, leave a little tab so that the part
Yeah.
won't move.
Okay.
You may need to do that. You may get asked to do that. Then we want to do this one, 2.5 again, offset, because the cutter's gonna, if it goes in the middle, it'll be out by 2.5 mils. So we need to make it half the thickness of the cutter
Yeah.
is what you put in the compensation. And then through, once again, 5 to make sure it goes through. Then we go 3mm cutter, 3000, 2000 plunge.
Yep.
That's it. Then we go save. Save in there. Okay.
Okay.
And then cut that out of the desktop. Put into ready files.
Yeah.
Paste. That should be on that computer now.
Okay. Grand.
What other things can you do? There are a whole lot of other things, but I won't get you too involved in at the moment.
Yeah. Okay.
Analyze. You can go down here when you analyze, type in the speed that you plan on doing it at.
Yeah.
3000. Click out of it, and that tells you how many minutes it will
Okay.
take.
And you stick that on your thing then.
Stick that on there so Mark can calculate roughly how long it will take per sheet. And that's pretty much all it.
Okay. That's grand. I'll just have to watch this video over and over again if we get stuck. Right.